Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Julie of Julie's Plans. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my haul from the Ley Simplified planner launch that happened a couple of weeks ago. I did purchase all of these items myself. I was super excited with a lot of the patterns that they released, specifically the happy floral pattern that you see right here on this pen box. So I kind of wanted to jump in and place an order on launch day and support the brand. I really love the Ley brand and just their style and their overall aesthetic. I have used an Ley planner on and off for about 4 years. Sometimes it's like a revolving door with this planner. It's like when the season of life fits is when I tend to lean towards using a simplified planner, but I honestly have never used one consistently from beginning to end, and that's pretty typical for me for daily planners in general, because sometimes I need a daily and sometimes I just don't. So I have used, like I said, used it for work in the past. This is like an older one. I kind of don't want to show too much, but because it has a lot of work stuff on there, but I loved using it for work. I have used it for personal life as well. But anyway, let's just hop right into it. Like I said, I was really excited about the happy floral pattern. You'll see one of my items is not happy floral, and I will tell you what happened with that. So let's go ahead and just start with the planner itself. So I went ahead and purchased the daily simplified planner. This is one that I've always gone to. They have a weekly version as well, but I end up never sticking with that one. It's just not for me. It does come in a beautiful navy blue keepsake box with gold accents. I'm not really one to keep the keepsake boxes. I have very limited storage space, so these kind of add a little bit more bulk to the situation. But nonetheless, they are very beautiful. They come with like a really cute ribbon pull, makes it easy to open up your box. And there is your planner. It is very well packaged. It does come with like a clear, almost like a cello wrap around the outside, but to spare your ears and mine, I already removed that. It does come with a little booklet in here with a like little what matters most, a little brief about the organization and where you can find some things like some printables, some little steps on how to set up your planner and things like that. It's just a little cute extra in there. So let's go ahead and get this thing out, and I'm going to take the bubble wrap off. And then what I do love is, like I said, the packaging is always phenomenal. So it's in a box, it's in bubble wrap, and then there's another layer of this cello wrap. So let me go ahead and remove that. All right, so let's get that packaging out of the way. And like I said, my cover that I chose is this beautiful happy floral. Typically, I am not a floral person, you guys, but the way that this was just so beautifully painted, and again, matches my nails. Anyway, it's just such a beautiful design. It's stunning. Like, even if you don't like florals, like how could you not like this? It does have their sort of branding on the back with gold embossing on the front as well. It just says Simplified Planner, and I always get the academic year, which is August 2020 through July 2021. All right, so inside you will find obviously the cover page where you can put your contact information if you choose to. It does have a pocket folder in the front, and it does include a sheet of stickers. Now, I believe previously the sheet of stickers used to be inside this wire O binding. We'll talk about that in a second. But now it's just on a sheet that goes in the pocket, and it's really cute and really simple. I kind of prefer this to the old stickers. I don't know if I have a previous sheet left in my planner. I normally tear them out anyway, but normally it's full of like cutesy things and what I would find to be less functional. I feel like these are definitely more functional, and I would get more use out of these, so that is nice. And I didn't order any additional stickers this year. I have a lot of the Ley stickers that I haven't even touched yet, so I didn't want to go ahead and order even more. Just to talk a little bit more about the outside and the overall materials, the cover is like that sort of chipboard material. I have found that they do hold up nicely with the exception of the foil. On my previous simplified planners, I have found that it rubs off over time, especially not like completely off, but it just gets a little bit of wear on the foil over time, especially if you're taking it to and from home and work or wherever, if you keep it in your bag all of the time. It does have these gold corner protectors. I think those are pretty, but honestly, I feel like it could be a weapon. They're pretty pointy, so. And then you have their typical Emily Ley rainbow stripe or colorful stripe tabs here, and they are protected with a nice layer of lamination, or reinforced, I should say. So after the title page, you do get a little letter from Emily Ley. Again, some ways that you can, find their information, their books, the idea behind the pineapple that they use frequently throughout their design, and their sort of simplify motto that you'll find there. They give you some sort of tips on how to simplify, or the process of simplifying, how to use your simplified planner. You have a beautiful year at a glance, nice and simple, very clean. I do love the way that they lay out their planners. You also have your holidays for 2020 through 2021. Then you get like this sort of almost like prep work area where you get to sort of almost mind map some planning and routines for your life, what worked, what didn't work, some ideas that you could implement for the upcoming year, and an area for your routines morning and evening. Next up, they did include their Simplicity Challenge. If you follow Emily Ley or Simplified on Instagram, they share this annually. It is a 30-day challenge toward just overall simplifying your life. You also get a page for a bucket list for the year, which I think is really fun. Sometimes, you have all of these ideas at the beginning of the year, and it's kind of a great place to keep track of those and then reference them. Maybe you have a day where you're like, we don't have anything planned. What can we do? Or where can we go on vacation, and plan it out here. You do have a couple of notes pages. I believe there are 4 notes pages here at the beginning, and then you jump right into your August month view, which is a month view on 2 pages. And again, there's like a little quote area. You have your month before and your month after, which I personally love. And then you have just obviously your boxes for each month with the dates in the upper left-hand corner. Now moving on, this does start on July 31st. It does say it's August through July, but I'm just assuming that they had to put something on this page with the weekends being on 2 pages. Now that is probably one of my biggest gripes with daily planners, is that it is so hard to find one that has the days of the weekend on their own page. This really needs to be a thing. I know that people say, oh, well, it would add so many pages, but I would rather have a slightly bulkier planner, knowing that I could fully map out my weekends more effectively, because that's when I really get things done. And it is just so hard to find a daily where you get a full page for the weekend. So I do wish that that's something that all planner creators would change across the board. But nonetheless, you do get space for Saturday, space for Sunday, a space to share your happy memory from the week. You also get some Sunday prep prompts right here, which is really helpful. So you get to plan out your meals for the week, tidy up for a clean slate on Monday, write tasks and appointments for the week, and fill your tank for what matters more. And then you get some blank spaces to sort of add some additional Sunday prep things for yourself if you want to. So just a glance at what, a day per page looks like when you're looking at 2 days side by side. This is what you get. You have your day worth scheduled times from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., a large area across the bottom for notes, and a large area for your to-dos over here, which is plenty of space for a daily, in my opinion. Now, this planner does measure, the cover itself is 7 inches by 9¼ inches. The pages are just obviously a little bit slightly less than that. Now, the overall planner is 1¼ inches thick. Now, the thickness of the planner is 1¼ inches thick, and this planner comes in weighing at 1.7 pounds. So it's not light, by any means, but the reason behind that is because they really do use some amazing paper over at Simplified Planner. They use the thick 70-pound pure white Mohawk paper, and if you're kind of a paper nerd like me, Mohawk is pretty much one of the best paper companies out there, if not the best. So their paper is absolutely phenomenal. If you've been with Simplified Planner for a while, they didn't always use paper that was this thick, and it could be a little bit annoying because if you wanted to use various pens, you couldn't use all the pens that you wanted to. So moving along, there you go. That's how every single day looks, and you just get a different color for each day in the happy stripe colors that Emily Ley chooses to use. I personally really love them. I just love the overall theme of the color. It's like there's color on the page, but it's not overpowering. It's just up there in the corner. The print itself stays black, so you're only getting color on the days of the week along with the date and so on. So just moving along, this is how the rest of the planner looks. I don't think I have to go through every single page for the entire year. This is an absolutely stunning planner. My other gripe, other than there being no weekends, no Saturday and Sunday with their own page, is the binding. I am not a fan of wire O binding, and I'm just not. I don't find it to be incredibly sturdy. I find that it's hard to flip the cover. Sometimes, is it a deal breaker? Absolutely not. I mean, the planner itself is what you need, right? The pages to be super functional, but if this binding isn't your favorite, it can be a turnoff. It's just, sometimes it can catch. I'm not having any issues right now, but sometimes when you're turning a large amount of pages, it can be a little bit difficult. Sometimes flipping it over on itself because of the way that it, I don't know what you call this right here, but the way these teeth meet right here can make it a little bit difficult. You're just not sure which way to turn to get things to fold back on itself. Is it always difficult? Absolutely not. But again, it's just not my personal preference for binding. It is beautiful though. It's gold, it's shiny. I've never had any issues with it holding up. They recently just switched the finish on their coils, and I feel like they last a lot longer. There's not as much tarnishing. This one from a couple of years ago has held up quite beautifully. I don't see any issues with it. And I think that this was the first year that they switched to this shinier binding here. I think it used to be a little bit more, I don't know, less shiny. What is the technical term? Dull. So anyway, that's really just it as far as any issues that I would have with this planner. Going all the way to the back, maybe another one is that I wish that there were more notes pages. Now I realize this planner already weighs a ton, though you do get 4 notes pages in the front, but if you're like me, 4 notes pages is gonna last you about 1 minute. You don't have a pocket in the back of the planner. However, you can always add like a sticky pocket if you absolutely needed to. And see, this is what I mean. You can't close the back over on itself. I mean, it takes some, no, I just think you shouldn't, right? It's gonna bend the board in there. So you kind of are forced to close it this way, and now I have to turn it a little, okay. This is why these are not meant for me. I'm sure it's just me versus the coil, and the coil is like kicking my butt, so. Anyway, these planners are absolutely stunning. I did grab a few pens to do a very quick pen test. So I pulled out the ones that I personally love and use the most to try. And I'm just gonna try it on one of the notes pages so that it's easier to see. Let's see, I wanna make sure you can see front and back. So I'm gonna get started on that. And I even grabbed a Sharpie marker because why not? Okay, so here are all the pens that I tried out. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit for you. Like I said, I even tried a Sharpie marker. My current favorite pen is the Sharpie S Gel in 0.5, and that is, where did it go? That is this one right here. I absolutely love this pen, so I have no doubt it's gonna work because this is just a 0.5, but I absolutely love it. So let's turn the page and see how everything did. So I am only really seeing issues, obviously, with a Sharpie marker. I mean, you really just shouldn't use a Sharpie marker on paper at all. The other one is the Micro Perm in 03. That is very similar to a Sharpie pen. So the Sharpie permanent marker, not this one right here, but the Sharpie permanent marker pen, not this regular Sharpie pen. I need to clarify that. The Sharpie pen is right above the Micro Perm 03, which is this one right here. And that one didn't really shadow at all. The ones that had ghosting and bleeding were definitely the Micro Perm 03 and the Sharpie marker. Everything else I think will work perfectly fine on this paper. You can see it laying on there. There is obviously some shadowing, but not enough to where it would bother me personally. Okay, so let's move on to some of the other accessories so that this video isn't 5 million years long. So one of the things that I did grab was the Happy Floral pen. First of all, this is just something like a little extra. I don't think that this is completely necessary. The floral pen is $24. I think that's really, really expensive for a pen. It is beautiful. It's one of those things that's just kind of nice to have on your desk. It looks pretty. I do believe, oh my gosh. Okay, wow. Let's get the little cover off of it. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. I do believe this is gel. I have the dot and the happy stripe one. Let's grab this again. I should have tested their own pen. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, it writes, okay, that's nice. I feel like previous ones have not written this nicely right out of the box. That is really nice. Okay, let's try that right there. Let's go in just a little bit there. So there's the Emily Ley pen. Looks really, really good. And then let's see the, oh wow, okay. Very nice. So kind of good that their own pen works on their own paper. Okay, so that is very, very nice. That's really, really pretty. It does have nice weight to it. It is a heavier pen if you prefer to write with a heavier pen. Again, this is just a really beautiful, maybe not so practical pen, but this is nice. I'm looking at it through the viewfinder and I'm like, okay. At first I was like, why did I get this? Why did I order this? It does have the beautiful pineapple. I don't know if you'll be able to see that up at the top of the cap there. So that is nice. It doesn't have like a rubberized grip or anything, but it's not extremely uncomfortable to hold on to. Obviously it has gold accents, so if gold is not your thing, you might not like this, but to me this just screams like, look at my super fancy pen, and I wouldn't leave this out on a desk because it will grow legs and walk away. So anywho, and speaking of pricing, I completely forgot to mention that the price of this planner is $60. So keep that in mind when you are looking for a new planner for the upcoming year. The other item that I grabbed was the Happy Floral Mini Notebook. I love these. I tend to wait till there's a sale at Emily Ley to grab a bunch, and I give them out as gifts throughout the year. Let's go ahead and take the little wrapping off of here. Now it is a 5x7 notebook. So it's very portable. It does include 48 lined pages, so 24 pages front and back. They are not numbered, but they do have this adorable little pineapple down there on the corner of each page. You could always number it yourself. You guys, this paper is thick. It is very, very nice for a little notebook just to kind of toss in your bag. It also does fit very well, if I remember correctly, in this front pocket. So if you wanted to take a little notebook with you, since there's only 4 notes pages and I just destroyed one of them, you could easily just take this with you and you have a little notebook, and it doesn't really bulk it up all that much. So that could be an option for notes pages if you're looking into getting this planner but are concerned about the notes pages. Now this does retail for $10, a little bit pricey for a tiny little notebook, but again, beautiful artwork, well done, great paper. So I would recommend, especially for gifts. This is really beautiful, little extra for a gift. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit nicer than your everyday oh, look, oh my God, the way that I placed it. You guys, you can't leave me alone with patterns like this. Look at how it just, oh, that's neat. Okay. All right, let's move on to the last and final thing that I ordered. I did grab the planner pouch. Now, of course, my intention was to grab it in the Happy Floral, but that thing jumped out of my cart so fast. I was like, wait, what do you mean it's sold out? It was in my cart. They sold out very, very quickly. So I ended up going with this. I think it's the blue trellis. I don't have it pulled up right now on my phone, but it is a beautiful complement to the Happy Floral. I would have just preferred to have like a Happy Floral explosion for my order. The beautiful thing about this pouch, and it is $28, so again, pricey, maybe wait for a sale. You'll have to wait anyway since they're sold out. I'm not sure if this pattern is sold out, but the Happy Floral is definitely sold out. The beautiful thing about this is that now they offer this cover, and it is a great option to store your daily planner in and keep those corners protected, keep the cover protected. There is a lot of room in this planner, or in this pouch, I should say, for other things. You could include your pouch. You could, you know, toss in your pen if you wanted to. Did I say your pouch? I meant to say your notebook. But yeah, you could toss in a notebook or two if you wanted to in here. It's really, really nice. Is it super padded? No, but it's definitely very well made. The zipper has this beautiful pineapple gold accent, and let me tell you, this thing was wrapped in like almost like a saran wrap material. They do not skimp on their shipping, like their protective measures to make sure you get your item like fully protected and intact. I will give that all the kudos in the world to Emily Ley and their team, the way they package things. Beautifully done. I didn't have to worry about anything being damaged. Does it zip easily open and close? I think so. I think the zipper is great on this thing. Will it hold up for a year or more? No one knows. These are new. I will definitely report back, but I love this. If you guys carry a larger tote and maybe are just interested in not getting the planner but getting the pouch, this would be great to just, you know, kind of take for travel. It's a really good size. The pouch does measure 9 by 12, so lots and lots of space for all the pens, notebooks, other things that you might want to use this for travel. So I definitely would recommend this. It's beautifully made. The stitching looks great. It does have their branding on the back there. Very, very nice. I'm definitely still going to keep my eye out for the Happy Floral pattern though, because I already love it even in this pattern, but I definitely want it in this one. Okay, so that is everything for my haul from my Emily Ley Simplified Planner launch day order. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all about any of the items that I mentioned in this video, please feel free to ask down below in the comments. I do have one of those referral links that everyone has when they sign up for an account with Emily Ley that will save you $10 on your order. So I will be sure to include that down in a pinned comment and in the description down below to help you save some money. I think it covers at least the shipping, so that's great. But again, yeah, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask and I will be happy to answer them. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and if you're already subscribed, make sure you click that notification bell so that you know when my videos are posted. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Where did that pen go? How did I lose a pen in the pen test?